This is literally like, I walked in, I need to do a video, I can talk while I'm grabbing everything to show you guys. So it's literally like, oh hey, I came over to your place and moving stuff around before you sit down and you chit chat with your friends. So let me go to my office and get my little bin of stuff. So I keep this fabric container, and as I finish stuff or want to show you guys, I throw it in here for videos. I got this back from the framers, cleaned my comforter, so it should be dry now. My shelves, let me just change the angle for you guys. Come over here. Hi. Let's move. So, got the shelves up. Absolutely love them. And brought stuff over from the house to decorate. Now, these shelves, if you're like, McKenna, where'd you get the shelves from? These are IKEA. I don't know the name of them, but if you just type in like floating shelves, they'll come up. I believe they have 2 different lengths. These are the 45-inch ones. And I have in my closet, in my office above my closet, I have 2 of them butted right up next to each other. So it's 90 inches of space, and I've just stacked up my stitching. And then I have, I believe, 2 over the window up above, and that's the same thing. And then behind where my stitching chair was in my office, I had 3 just single like this. So I love the floating shelves idea. This makes me look so small because you can switch them out. You can reorganize them if you just want, you know, a certain holiday on display. You can do that. You buy pieces, switch them out. You're not putting holes in the walls. You're not dealing with trying to figure out a configuration for the pieces to fit. Now, I was originally not going to do shelves. I was gonna just, this whole wall, just do a plethora of frame stuff. And then I was like, no, I really do like the shelf idea. So got the shelves, got Joe to install them, love them, can change them out as frequently as I want. And so I'm pulling pieces to talk to you guys about, because tomorrow I am taking 6 items to, you guys are gonna see me struggle, to the fair. Who else does this on their YouTube videos? Taking 6 pieces, yeah, to the fair. Let's see, these 2 pieces over here. That's 4, 5, 6, okay. So yes, highly recommend the floating shelf idea. See, I might as well just show you my little entry table. So I'll move this. Yeah, this is dry. So, if you guys follow me on IG, I purchased this table for, $32, I think, or was it 28 bucks? At Humane Society thrift store. It was a wooden table, and then this top part was this blue color, but knew I wanted to paint the wood, so I did. And then one night I just got a hair up my ass and decided, no, I'm gonna paint the top wood block look as well. Oh, this was blue, and this top part was, yeah, it was like wooden block. So didn't prime it, didn't sand it, nothing, just paint it. So this is Bear in the color charcoal. Absolutely love it. I still need to get knobs. So I need to make a trip to Hobby Lobby for that. Record player, my records. This is a wooden bowl that I thrifted, that I have some of my, I know this was a gift from a friend, and then 3 pillows that I've made, so I keep that here. The gold mirror is from Walmart. This is the printout of my tattoo that my tattoo artist used with my blood. Kept it, framed it up, so that is here. This black shelving tier thing I purchased here in Arizona when I was at a small town. Has some skulls, some stitching on it, grave rubbings of 1884 from a cemetery, skull and crossbones, and then my package of orders to go out for 1884. So, oh, my stitching and my mug to show you guys. Let's take that. All right. All right, let's see how this looks. Again, it's like, got home, got my oil changed. I gotta do video. I'm literally gonna do it like, come on over. I gotta put some stuff away before we can sit down and chit chat. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're good there. Okay. Hi guys. So let's go over, let's just do what I'm going to put into the fair. So Arizona State Fair is, does it start October and go into September? Yeah. Now it's later here, it's more of a fall just because it's so hot. I know people have been posting on Facebook groups with their pieces that they've put into their state fair, but ours starts after, you know, the heat sort of decides to calm down. But we are still on the 100+ days of 100+ degree heat, so we got to keep it going. All right. I've entered into the state fair, I don't know how many years now. This is the first time again, though. I've probably haven't entered maybe the last 3-4 years. Just because I was, you know, so heavily focused on 1884 that my stitching time just completely went downhill. And then it's really like the last couple years, it's like, no, I need to take it back to the roots. Take it back. Are you hot? Because I am. I'm going to put my AC on. See, this is what you do. This is what you do when you have friends over and you like to watch FlossTube videos where it's like, wow, I felt like I was on your bed and we were talking about stitching, or we were in your kitchen and we were talking about stitching. Yeah, come in. So, I have been on Kid Watch for a long time. Since last Thursday, Joe went to France. Don't want to talk about it. He's in Portugal for the next couple days. So he gets back Saturday. So I drop the boys off at school, come over here, work, shower, do whatever, and then head back over to get them from school. Baseball. Ayrton is not doing soccer, so baseball is our life. Cal got accepted onto his school's baseball team, so we're doing school baseball and his travel baseball. So last night was his second home game, school baseball game. And tonight is a game for his travel ball. So usually Joe deals with all the baseball stuff, just because Joe used to play baseball in college, coaches him, gives him pointers. So it's been fun though, changing it, and then I'm in charge of looking at the schedule and, okay, do we have practice night, and if so, where, and what time do we have to leave, and make sure you have everything that you need. And but Cal is amazing because Cal tells me, okay, I need my socks and my pants washed for tomorrow night's game. So like I did those last night. So he just doesn't throw all of them in the laundry room and then expect me to read his mind and know what he should be wearing, and then, you know, was looking for the stuff 10 minutes before we were heading out the door. So I'm very much spoiled there with Cal. But no, it's been great to watch Cal. So yeah. Okay. I don't know if that tangent was going somewhere. So fair tomorrow, drop off, or Saturday, but rather just do it tomorrow. So the 6 pieces that I will be putting in, this is from Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. This is Antique Animal Sampler. Love this. Framed at Michael's. I've never had an issue with Michael's when it has come to framing. Actually, that's a lie. 1, maybe 2 times they have put the frame right up against the stitching when I actually requested a little bit of a buffer. But again, nothing that is not fixable, right? So they keep it, fix it, call me up, and we're good to go. I am so lucky because the Michaels that I go to, 2 people are amazing with needlework, with stretching it, pinning it, all of that. So I know when I go in there, one of them will be working on my pieces, and so it's not like I have to ask specifically, like, hey, can you make sure only so-and-so does this? Because I'm a regular and they've learned my name by now, and I just don't think there's I should ask them the next time I go in, how often do they get needlework pieces, or am I kind of like the only person? So I feel like when they see needlework and they see that it's my name, they know to put it in their pile if they're one of the needlework people, or put it in the other person's pile to do it. So, but yeah, love this. The kookiness, the colors, everything. I'm going to be putting in Helene Sorensen. So how the Arizona State Fair is your needlework pieces, larger than 12 inches or smaller than 12 inches. Insert sexual joke here. So I believe I have 4 that are greater, 2 that are smaller. But Helene Sorensen is an 1884 Stitchery exclusive. So if you love this, you can stitch it yourself. Yep. Michael's frame job. This one I just got back from the framer. This is Samplers Not Forgotten, Autumn 1831. And the turnaround time was like, I should have looked, a week, maybe 8 days. I knew when I was dropping this off, I was cutting it close, because I was like, okay, if they get it done, great. If not, no big deal. I just will tell them I'm not putting, you know, the autumn one in, because it's $1 per entry. And I was like, if it doesn't get done, then I'll just, you know, save it for next year. But when they called me and said that the piece was ready, I was like, yes. Absolutely love it. Love this frame that I picked out. It was definitely one that first caught my eye. I like the colored frames. You know, it depends obviously on what, you know, this is a very traditional sampler design, and so I wanted something just very simple, you know, very little distressed round frame. But when I was definitely almost done with this piece, it was like, yeah, this deserves some sort of amazing colored frame. So as you can see, it is this green, and there is depth to it. Absolutely love it. And matches the green vine work around, and absolutely love how it turned out. So the house was charted for all cross stitches. I'm one that likes to cheat, so I did satin stitches about every 9 threads high, and then just satin stitched with the variegated thread, and I absolutely love the effect that it gave. So yeah, Autumn 1831, Samplers Not Forgotten. Love this. So super happy that that was finished before I headed down to the fair tomorrow. I just finished this one recently, last month. This is Emma Rose from Brooks Books. This is going to be entered in thrift store frame, and You can see it's a little off center, left to right. But I just really like how it came out overall. So it's under 12 inches, so I thought, you know, what the hell? I'll throw it in. Now I know some state fairs, they do like comment cards. Mine does not. So Elizabeth Pyle, of Female Worth. So that is another company that I own. Now I altered this chart, so this is not how it looks when you go and look at the chart, but this is Of Female Worth, Elizabeth Pyle. I have no idea where I got this. I think someone stashed and I decided to keep it, but serving tray or something, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it fits, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I loved this floral basket motif. So I did the words, and then I centered the floral. I did the two little cornucopia flowers on each side, and then Elizabeth Pyle and the year. So this is not how it looks if you go and look at the chart. But that's the great thing about charts. You can reorder it, you can change the wording, change the colors. Yeah, and it was after I'd done it, then I remembered I had this serving piece, and when I threw the piece in and it worked perfectly, I was like, yep. So love that. So this will be getting entered in, and 3, 4, 5. My last one, which is clearly over 12 inches. Also, Michael frame job, simple white frame with a little beadwork. Again, new. I wanted a crisp, clean white frame for everything to really pop. I know I stitched this on 36 count fabric from XJU, Cinderella sampler, Willow Hill samplings, I believe, and yeah, really love it. So we shall see. But yeah, I was really happy with how this turned out. So those will be my 6 pieces that I will be entering into the fair. And of course I'll go to the fair, and years ago when I would show up to the fair, I would go live on Instagram and then walk around and be surprised with you guys to see what I won ribbons wise. So we'll do that again this year. A few days ago, went to Color Me Mine, place where you pick out pottery and you paint it, and then you leave it, they fire it, and then you pick it up a couple days later. Their Halloween stuff was out. I fell in love with the cup. See, look, doesn't have his arm here, so he's holding up his arm. It's the mug with the bone and the blood. My new favorite mug. Loved how like the skin of it came out. So when you painted it on, it was definitely like sandpaper-ish. But then when you fire it, let's see here. There we go. It explodes like these colors. So then it shows like it'll have these green splotchiness all over. And then the inside, the color was called confetti. So it goes on white with, you know, very coarse, but then when it's fired, all the little coarseness are just random bits of color. So I love my new mug. Love it. Okay, what? Oh, here is the Autumn 1831. So sampler is not forgotten. There's what that chart looks like if you're interested in stitching it. What else? Look at this. I made a list of what to talk about, and then it got totally away. So Emma, okay, so Emma was, I believe I showed Emma in the last video and she was done, but I had not framed her up. Thrift store frame, couple bucks. Knew she wanted, I knew I wanted her in a gold frame, and yeah, I really like how that came out. Victorian Garden. That is, I must have put the chart. I finished that. This is some piece of 36 count Victorian Garden by A.V. Starion, out of print chart that I'm trying to get in touch with because I have, I think, all of the A.V. Starion charts that I would absolutely love to reproduce. So this is one of them. Loved the floral border, the colors. Yeah, really stunning. The flower here, you do some long stitches, like satin stitches for the inside, long stitches for like these daisy-ish flowers, the bow. But yeah, I really like how that turned out. Dad's anniversary. I have that written down. August 20th was my dad's 5-year anniversary that he has been gone. Holy moly, 5 years. I did a post. You guys messaged me saying that you guys couldn't believe that it had been 5 years since his death. Yep, shocks me as well. And not gonna lie, it was definitely a hard one. Every year for a death is hard, but I think there's something very poignant about 5. You know, first anniversary, killer. 2, sucks ass. 3 and 4, I know I was a little more at peace, but I think it being 5 was a gun. It was a gut punch. So I feel like when it's big anniversary milestones is when it's a little more of a shock. But yeah. eBay ×2 I wrote. Oh, the cat, this cat piece here. Sure, we'll just get up. Why not? Because again, if you were over here, I'd be like, hey, get up, come over here. Let me show you. We're doing a big turn. What I got off of eBay. So this cat piece, embroidery. Oh, I'm gonna get questions. This is Ink Circles, Kraken. Love that in yellow frame. Ridiculous kitten stitch embroidery. I bought it. I told Kelly, she's the one that has done my skeleton quilt and put the sampler on the back of a jean jacket. I had purchased this and sent it to her and thought, I feel like this needs to go onto a back of a jacket. But right now, it still lives fully intact. And then my other eBay was this one that I believe I showed you guys last time. And that one I would love to reproduce soon. Love the colors. All right, let's go back. Come sit, let's sit back down. I still have more to show you guys. All right, is that where you were? Sure, because then if you guys see someone come in the front door, you can let me know. Diamond painting. Yes, I keep diamond painting under my sofa. I will pull it out. That's what he said. Let's see. Yeah, I was definitely on a diamond painting kick for a while because I would use this little $20 table from Costco, and I'd sit in my chair and I'd watch TV. So this is from Diamond Art Club. This is called Steadfast Heart. I don't know if it's still available. Here, let me get closer so you guys see. So, lady with her pet tiger, or maybe the tiger is gonna rip her face off. She's in this jungle trying to take a nice picture, and the tiger's like, not on my watch. So you can see like all of this has been diamond painted. This I still need to. It's huge. Massive. There's ABs, which make it extra sparkly in certain areas. So yeah, we'll just leave it there. Because that's what you do. You have friends over, you show them something, you just throw it. You know, oh, I'll pick that up later. Framers, State Fair. All right. That is trash. Arlene sent me a chart. Cal's on 2 baseball teams now. Better get to stitching. I'm not stitching like his whole name. Callaway. C-A-L-L-A-W-A-Y. I do not want to have to do that many letters or that much stitching. He might just get a C. Maybe if he's extra nice to me, I'll do a C-A-L. But it's baseball alphabet. So, yeah. Okay, let's talk 1884. Oh, let's talk about something I want to stitch. Oh, well then I gotta talk about that. So let's do 1884. Let's get that out of the way. I released 5 new charts a couple days ago. I want to finish up. So under 1884, I own, oh my God, he's like totally like mean mugging you guys. I own 7 companies that I own. And earlier in the year, I decided I wanted to try to finish charting and releasing all the charts for one of the companies. And I decided, let's bust out all the ones for Merrily Beams. Don't know how many she has. Not a huge catalog. But classic designs, full cross stitches, simple DMC color palette, nothing crazy. Her stuff is definitely those designs that you can easily manipulate the colors, omit anything you want, personalize it. I posted pictures of, hey, these are my new releases, and people are like, oh my god, I stitched that in the 80s and it's hanging on my wall. Oh my god, my mom stitched that. Oh, I stitched that in the 90s. So if you're not familiar with Merrily Beams designs, only available at 1884 Stitchery. If you click on the More tab on the website all the way to the right, drop down box, go down to Merrily Beams, and I make the charts available in paper copy or PDF, and both versions are absolutely amazing. Great large clear symbols, you're not guessing, straightforward, and the PDFs are able to be uploaded on whatever the main tablet app that people use to pull them out. I'm totally blanking on it because I'm a paper kind of girl. All right, we have Friendship. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DMCs. So that is available. Watermelon. Again, stitch it now, complete it now, and then you are ahead for summer 2025. Watermelon. This is Home Sweet Home. 4 DMCs, and then you get the alphabet and numbers to customize it, personalize it. And finally, Alphabet Sampler, 6 DMCs, full cross stitch, right? So, I still have, I don't know how many more of Merrily's. I have a folder, and just pick one. I'm currently charting one, but yeah, I hope to get all of her designs charted, finalized out, and then move on to another company and do the same thing. Because I could stay busy just charting and putting out charts by companies that I own. I wouldn't even need to deal with me buying stash from people or stores closing down. None of that. But I love that. So if you were looking to de-stash, cut down on your stash, you maybe know someone that recently passed and the family is kind of like, what do we do with this stuff? We know that so-and-so would come and kill us if we threw it away or gave it to Goodwill. The thing, I am not big on donating it, because a lot of places that you will take it to, they just see a box of paper and string, and they don't know how to price it, and they're not willing to take the time to figure out and individually price, because they want big ticket items, these stores, right? Oh, the mugs are easy, put them on, pieces of furniture. They will throw the stuff away because they just see a box of paper. Also, you send it to me, I look through it, and I pay you for it. So, just keep that in mind. I got a box yesterday, so I have somebody's box of stash in my office I need to go through and look at, because again, you're not going to re-stitch a chart. You've bought charts, you've bought kits, whatever, fabric, threads that you at one time loved, but not so much now. I can get them out to brand new loving homes. McKenna at 1884 Stitchery. If you're interested, I will put my email address down below. Sheepish Designs. I have been so fortunate to be able to rechart and re-release those designs in paper copy, PDF version for the very first time, only found on 1884. This is Alpha Sheep. This is the third in the series of the Alphabet series. Alpha Bird, Alpha Menagerie, and Alpha Sheep rounds out the 3-part. So fun. DMC. Each one is 140 by 136. You can stitch them individually, or you could stitch them horizontally, vertically, whichever way you like. I love these motifs that are down here, animals and birds and flowers. Now this third part, bands 1, 2, and 3, like these bands here, are worked in long arm cross stitch. Now, you look up, maybe you don't want to do that, you can just do full X's. It's totally fine. The same for bands 4 and 5, but they're worked over 2 threads. Bands 1, 2, and 3 are long arm cross stitch over 4 threads. So don't let that deter you or scare you. It's your chart. It's your stitching. You can stitch it how you want. You want to change up the colors? Great. You want to do it all monochromatic? Go for it. You don't want to do any of the specialty stitches and just want to keep them X's? Totally fine. The letters T, V, X, and Z are worked in rice stitch over 4 threads. Again, these are specialty stitches, but totally doable in just regular cross stitch, on Aida, on linen, totally doable. So yeah, Alpha Sheep, sheepish designs. You will see I have not gotten to release all sheepish design charts in the new charted version or PDF version. So I still have charts of the original ones, so that's why you will only see one listing, and you know that that is the paper copy. If you see the listing, obviously, for all the alphas, you will see them next to each other, 2 listings, one for a paper copy, one for PDF. So those are 5 new releases on 1884stitchery.com. I've been putting up amazing things because remember, you have until the end of September. You spend $35 or more before shipping and you are entered into winning a $100 gift certificate to 1884 Stitchery. Open up worldwide. I will ship wherever. If you want to do $52 charts, if you want to get $100 worth of fabric or threads or PDFs, but you could go crazy and get a lot of charts for $100. Yeah, so I have a spreadsheet separate, so when I get those orders, I move it over. I will be having a live IG video with my boys. They will be picking the name. We're taking it back old school when I would do giveaways and would have the boys pick a number, agree on a number, and let them pick it. So that is until the end of September. You have to do that. Multiple entries welcomed. There's no limit. So what have I been working on before we get to this? So I think I've stitched a little bit on this. This is my, yeah, Mermaid's Folly Courtney collection. I am stitching the creeper guy and the mermaid, so it will look like this. Big chart, because not only can you stitch it the full version, but it comes with 5 charts included to figure out which way, orientation, which kind of grouping you want. I am stitching this on do you remember, is this 28 count 10 stitch? Because I'm doing 1/1. I don't remember if this is 28 count. I don't remember. Oh, look at that, just needle poking right up through. Let's put it on the needle minder. So I've completed all across the first row. I can actually, I'm not going to take it out, but you guys can at least see. So I've gone all the way across, starting on this second page, and I'm using Cottage Garden Threads ink, 1 strand, 10th stitch, because I'm a cheater. How can I get this done? Because it's a biggie in my terms. I am a product stitcher. I am not someone that can do a HAID, something with multiple thousands of stitches, and just let it linger for years. I can't do that. So, yes. A fine thread, Cottage Garden Threads ink. I sell these threads as well. Variegation, love it. I met the ladies from Cottage Garden Threads in Nashville earlier in the year, and I bought every single skein of Cottage Garden threads they have. Yeah. And I sell them the cheapest you will see them. Online or in an LNS. All right, so then what else have I been working on? I've been trying to do the whole up my whips. You see a lot of people trying to decrease their whips, their whips. I'm trying to up my whips, increase my whips. Look, my Audi paperwork. Glory sampler, la-di-da. I love this. I think it's just so striking how it's just the outline. I am only doing the simple straight border with the angels inside. So I'm not doing this wavy border. I'm not doing this line with the alphabet or this glory to God in the highest. I'm not religious, but I love, I don't know, to me when you look at them, they don't scream angels on their knees praying. I don't know what they're doing. I don't mind the cross because they have like these, I see it like, look, they have their palms up, so I think they have like magical powers because this cross is like levitating, right? Look, the cross is levitating. So they're like, oh, are they like angel magicians? Magician angels? That's what I'm going with. So, so stupid. So dumb. 36 count XJU fabric. Oh my god, let's talk about XJU fabric. So I fell in love with XJU fabric. The Cinderella sampler. I stitched something else on XJU. Oh, I used this green, the sampler green, that's what it's called, on my anatomical heart from the Witchy Stitcher. And then I want to say, oh, Emma. Emma was XJU fabric. Love it. Soft, 36 count is like my spot recently. I'm using Brethren Blue from Gast, Weathered Barn from Gast, not the called for colors from the chart, but I do like the, so they use, in the chart they use charcoal and cinnamon, so like black and red, and I really liked that, how it's like greenish fabric, but it's probably not greenish fabric. Sheep's Straw Linen by R&R, so it's very much a neutral. But to me, how it's pictured, the lighting, whatever, it's like green fabric, blue threads, red threads. So, Brethren Blue, Weathered Barn, very, you know, clearly blue, reddish threads, and green fabric. So that is where I'm at. Stitches up, has stitched up super fast. Loved it. And we'll probably be taking this to the baseball game tonight. Because the next piece that I have started, I am out of one of the colors, and I don't even think I have it in my big stash. So started this one, Pineberry Lane, Fancy Blankets Brooms. Here's what it looks like. This has been in my personal stash forever. Stitching this on, I don't even know what, I had it down as 36 count. It's not. It looked like it to me when I was looking at it, but then when I started stitching on it and got a motif done, I'm like, you must be on crack, because this is not 36 count. But I had received this in someone's stash so long ago, and I found it at my house in the warehouse. Love the dyeing on it. Don't know what it is. And yeah, actually, can I where's the needle? Oh, there it is. I was working on this at the dealership. But yeah, started over a little too far to the right, so I won't be able to do the other corn stalk that is mimicked on the other side. But actually that is okay, because I'm not a fan of this corn stalk situation, and I won't be able to get in probably the two other pinwheels. I might get one in. Yeah, I won't have room. So I just need to finish, you'll see, I'll show. Finish this red kind of arrow. I need to finish her. I ran out of the black or whatever I'm using to stitch her, and I'll only be able to do one more of the windmill and her. So basically it's going to be like that I can stitch. So totally fine. But I loved the modeling on this fabric. So that is where I'm at. So I was able to count. So I got her broom, the cat that's like resting up against like her butt. Here are her stockings. pumpkin. Arlene, I don't know why it says 1813. There's no information on it. It's just a random number, Arlene, okay? Arlene always gives me, why did it say 1831? I don't know. No info. I just looked for you, Arlene. And then FB Fancy Blacket. I thought about putting MG, but I was like, no. So yeah. Oh, and then I got to fill in the cauldron that does have a face on it. And I actually don't mind the face because he's got like a resting bitch face. And I kind of like it. So yeah. But I got to figure out what that color is. Well, it's the square. The square is 3021 brown gray. So I need to look and see if I have it. And if not, holy moly, I need then to go and pick some up, which will probably be Hobby Lobby, because then I can pick up drawer pulls for my table. Yes, I could get them off Amazon and a million other places, but if you were in the market for pulls of any kind, dresser pulls, Hobby Lobby's got a ton of them. I feel like I've been stitching on something else, but maybe it's just been those two. 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 whips. This is how it is. That's why I want to up my whips. People want to D their whips. I want to up my whips. This one is on my list. So, oh, XG fabric. Let's go back. I want to start by Michelle Inc. Quaker Gone Spooky. Quaker Gone Spooky. Look at this. Now, I'm a friend of Michelle's. Love Michelle. She does my sterling silver needle minders. I have pieces of her jewelry. Oh, her and her mom were so much fun when I go visit them. Nashville. So I had stitched Quaker Gone. Maybe it's, yeah, I guess it's not Quaker Gone Spooky. Quaker Gone. Not Poe. Not Tropical. I feel like Kelly's yelling at me. I stitched a Quaker Gone something from Michelle Inc. And I was stitching on it while my dad was dying, and I decided that was going to be the piece that I wanted to have finished within a year, framed up and hanging on my wall. I know a lot of people will associate pieces that they've stitched on with negative or positive events, but usually it's the negative ones that, you know, stand out. But I loved the piece, and God, that scared me. Wanted to continue stitching on it. I found comfort in stitching on it. I'm someone that's very comfortable with death, so probably a little too comfortable. I mean, have you seen my friends around here? So I wanted to get it done. So I made it a memorial piece. I put his name down at the bottom, birth date, death date. It's at the house. I leave it there. But I had seen Quaker Gone Spooky before, And then it just sort of came back to me within the last week or two. And so I went to start it, or start pulling stuff from it, and I realized I don't have any big cuts of 36 count. Now you would think with stuff that comes through my desk with stashes and whatnot, and like I have my own personal collection of, you know, fabric I keep, but 36 count fabric is just something that doesn't come through my desk all that often, and maybe I don't like the color, and so then I put it up for sale on 1884 and it sells immediately. But I didn't have a big enough piece of 36 to start this. 237 by 284. But yeah, I just did not have anything. So, finishing up Emma, and knowing that I love XG fabric, went on the Etsy store and bought. I went through all the 36 counts and I favorited all of the colors that I liked based off of the photos, obviously. And could not even take out one because I was like, I know I want to do it on a colored piece of fabric. But again, you have to see fabric in person so you know if it's a yes or a no. Dye lots are different. So I just bought all 7 pieces of 36 count fabric that was big enough for said piece. And those should be arriving next week. And then I will be able to decide, and maybe I'll keep all the pieces, or maybe then once I see them in person, I'll be like, hey, this really isn't my shade of this color, and throw it up on 1884 and I'll just sell it for what I purchased it for. So stay tuned. This will be a new start. Definitely October 1st start for sure. Let's see. What else? I didn't make any other notes because I looked through the notes. Yeah, so check out 1884 Stitchery. I've put up a ton of stuff recently to get you guys incentivized to buy, to get to the $35 limit. I've been putting up amazing, I call them crazy deals for fabric. So if you are in the market for large cuts of Aida, like 42 inches by like 100 inches for like $45, go on over. Because I just have so much fabric. I need to get it out. It does absolutely no good just sitting on my shelf at the house in what I've dubbed the warehouse. Put up a ton of charts. I brought over yesterday my final collection of charts from the Victorian Sampler at killer deals, like $10. Some of them, if you go to the Victoria Sampler page, I do have some with the sampler packs at amazing deals. So check those out, because again, once they're gone, they're gone. I bought those from a store closing down, the Reno store, Stitch in Time. And a lot of those accessory packs for Victoria Sampler are no longer being like reproduced or put together. So yeah, and then I brought something else over today. Anyway, I'm always putting stuff on 1884, so go check that out. I thought There was something else I was gonna say. No, that's it. Got nothing. And if I think of something, I'll write it on the list and it'll be for the next video. All right, you guys, an hour in, that's enough. I'm gonna go make some coffee with my new favorite mug ever. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Oh, no, no show and tell. I forget who it was. Last video, you asked to see the urn that I purchased for $16. If you didn't see my last video, I went thrift shopping. I had this, I get like the sixth sense of like, McKenna, you need to go because you're gonna find something really, really good. Sure enough, my spidey senses weren't lying to me. I went into a no-kill animal shelter thrift store, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I see the little videos on Instagram every once in a while of people supposedly, don't know if they're staged or if it's real, but it's also been in the news where people donate urns still filled with loved ones, and it somehow gets donated. A price is stuck on and it's put on the shelf. Now, these people probably just don't know what an urn looks like. I feel like this is a very distinct, everyday sort of looking urn, but maybe to someone not as much educated in that field would be like, oh, it's just a vase with a top or some whatever. So yeah, this was at the thrift store. This is an urn that you buy for human, I was gonna say consumption, human storage. This is not an animal storage size. I mean, you could. I mean, Wally's ashes, holy moly, we could totally put in a human size. So by the time I got this home, so I bought it for 16 bucks. They had just gotten it in that day. They opened it up. There were no ashes in it. However, there is residue because I put my hand in and got Grandma Betty on my finger. So again, no info on it, no nothing. But by the time I got this home, strapped in the front seat with the seat belt, it was Grandma Betty. So Grandma Betty now lives up on my shelf. So to the person that wanted to see the urn, here you go, Grandma Betty, 16 bucks. You know what these ones always remind me of? Like martini cocktail shakers. All right, you guys, thanks again for watching. I will be back, who knows when. And yeah, thank you guys for always tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys will see me soon. Bye.